Dear students, today we will try to understand that how infectious agents they transfer from affected individuals to unaffected healthy individuals. Here you can see that there are four methods or mediums through which infectious agents they can transfer from affected individual to unaffected individual. So one by one we will discuss all these means or mediums of spread of infectious agents. The first one is air. Through air, some infectious agents they spread through air. Whenever the person is suffering from diseases related to respiratory system and they do cough and sneeze, during coughing and sneezing some droplets they come out of patient's body. Now depending on the size of the droplets, the fate of the droplet will be different. If the size of the droplet is very large, that means it contains a lot of liquid, it is going to be heavy and it will fall down near the patient, on the ground near the patient. If the size of the droplet is small, then as soon as it comes out of the body of the patient, it will vaporize. So from a liquid state, it will change into the liquid present in the droplet will change into vapors, and the vapor, the droplet, now vapor will become very light in weight and it will be able to travel long distances. So from this we can conclude that small droplets they spread more, that means they are more dangerous as compared to the large droplets. Now examples of diseases that spread through air or airborne diseases we can say are common cold, pneumonia and tuberculosis. Now next medium through which infectious agents they can transfer from affected individual to unaffected individuals is water. Through water, mostly diseases related to gut, intestine or digestive system they spread through water. What happens that excreta of the person who is suffering from infectious disease related to gut, that excreta mixes in the drinking water. And if unaffected healthy individuals they consume that drinking water, unclean drinking water, they also have that infectious agent in their body. So in this way the infectious agent will spread from one person to another. Now mostly these, as I've already told you, mostly these diseases are related to our intestine, our digestive system. Now example is cholera. One of the examples is cholera. There are other diseases also. Next means of transport of infectious agent is sexual contact. Two examples are given in NCERT, diseases which spread through sexual contact. First is AIDS and second is syphilis. AIDS is a viral disease. It is caused by HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, and syphilis is a bacterial disease. Now AIDS it spread through sexual contact, yes, but there are other means of spread of AIDS also apart from the sexual contact. First one is blood transfusion. That means if AIDS patient or HIV positive person they give their blood to somebody else by mistake, in case they are not knowing that they are having AIDS or they are HIV positive and they give their blood to somebody else, then that person can also have AIDS. So this is done unknowingly. There are a lot of regulations related to this. Whenever blood transfusion is done, that blood is tested for all the infectious diseases related to blood. So chances of this happening are very less, but we cannot say that chances are zero. We cannot rule it out altogether. So we need to be careful in this case. Next means of spread of AIDS from one person to another is during pregnancy. If any woman she is suffering from AIDS, she can transfer her disease to her unborn child. Now next means of transport is breastfeeding, that is also from mother to the child. Now this we know that AIDS it spread through all these means that are given here, but here we need to be aware about the difference between sexual contact and casual contact. We already know the difference between sexual contact and casual contact, But what is the point of awareness here is that we should not discriminate, or we should not have any bias against people who are suffering from sexually transmitted diseases. We should not stop all kind of contacts with them. Like we can have casual physical contact with them, like handshake, hugging and all that. So we need to be aware about the difference between this, that some diseases, they spread through sexual contact, but they do not spread through casual physical contact. So this is related to sexual contact. Now next means of spread of infectious agents from one individual to another is through other animals. Human beings are also, they belong to kingdom Animalia, so they are also animals. So other than human beings, other animals, we are surrounded by other animals, they can spread disease from one human being to another human being. There are many examples of such diseases. We know that malaria is example of such disease, and dengue is also example of such disease. There are other animals, many animals that spread disease from one human being to another. But here today we will talk about mosquitoes, because mosquitoes are most common these animals that spread disease from one individual to another. And the term that we can use for such animals is vectors. Animals that spread disease from one individual, one human being to another human being, they are called vectors, and most common vectors are mosquitoes, and that too female mosquitoes. Male mosquitoes, they do not bite human beings, they don't suck blood from human beings. So what is the reason? Why only females? Females, they suck blood from human beings or other warm-blooded animals, because that blood is required for development of the eggs of the mosquito. So female mosquito, they are not consuming human blood or blood from other warm-blooded animals. It is not for their nutrition, it is for the purpose of reproduction. So if they will not take that blood, so proteins present in the human blood, they are required for development of eggs. So if the female mosquito will not consume the blood, the eggs will not develop properly. So that will hinder the process of reproduction. So for that purpose they consume blood. So male mosquito, they are not laying eggs, so that's why they don't need human blood. So that is the reason why female mosquitoes only, they bite human beings. So this topic related to spread of infectious agents from healthy individuals to unhealthy individuals. So we have done the discussion. Thank you.